Third party, third party, third party. There's people out here talking. Iron Lords podcast had some of the most influential people in the game on yesterday, Sunday. And you had people calling for, hey, King, you got to get these dudes in line. You got to hold the line speech. You got to get it. Hey, man. Then we had news of handhelds in these parts. What you thought I was going to bend, fold, or break? F out of here. Let's get to these topics. What a crazy weekend this is. I mean, it's been a crazier week, to be honest with you, because, you know, when I was accusing the PlayStation Nation of being, you know, well, they all port begging ponies, but when I was accusing them of being fearful, forget all that. Hold on, man. I'm talking to you like I didn't even. Welcome back to Xbox Frontline News with your boy, the King. This lets you know how upset I am, right? One, let the battle plans be mapped out, right? Two, before you start acting off a rumor, be certain and be sure. And this is for your real life, and this is for this Twitter life and these video games. Make sure you're confirmed first before you go flying off the handle and saying stupid things that you shouldn't say, like, oh, I'll cut my console in half if this happens, and dealing in absolutes and stuff that you don't have control over. Stop saying stupid things before stuff happens. Allow things to happen. What y'all get caught up with is the fact that us podcasters, us influencers, we got to make content. What irritates me is some content that is being made is just made for people to get likes, clicks, and everything first. I could have did this video yesterday. I could have did this video a week and a half ago. I could have did this video when I had the information. I just never did. And, I get the same amount of information a lot of these dudes get. The ability to break news is not an isolated thing. I talk about video games. I talk about what we're doing now. I talk about stuff that is to come as far as hardware and stuff like that. As far as rumors go that I know potentially can hurt somebody, people that I know that I mess with, I don't do that, right? So I'm not going to do it. So if you're looking for me to do that, that's not going to happen. But what you all going to get from me is the fact of the matter is this. The rumors in the streets is that Microsoft is going to be putting titles on the PlayStation and on the Nintendo Switch. They signed 10-year agreements with these individuals on games. We don't know what those games entail. Phil did say, Phil Dominus Maximus Aurelius of Spencer, first of his name, and I'll continue to rock with you, bro. I've been rocking with you, so I will continue to rock with you. I'm not one of those fair weather dudes. Until you come out and you lay out the battle plans, then we'll see exactly what's going on. But he said select titles before. Dudes is we want it on our own. We wanted. Once Microsoft hit 3 trillion, and we saw cloud and AI leading the charge as far as money revenue goes, and then Xbox comes right up under that with this addition of ABK stuff, and then under that is Windows. Top 3. Xbox has a hand in the cloud, or the cloud has a hand in Xbox with bringing. That's why Xbox Cloud is still in beta. It hasn't reached its final form yet, and when it reaches its final form with the AI boost, then that revenue will boost it. So theoretically, what can happen is Xbox can be the leading moneymaker over at Microsoft that puts different eyes on the box. It changes your little homegrown box, your little family entertainment box into something that a $3 trillion number one company in the world has a vested interest in. Do you think that vested interest in locking it down? I had to come to this realization when I was sitting there, right? I'm like, Kong will die, hashtag no PlayStation 6. I still don't believe that it's not going to be a PlayStation 6, and I'll talk about that in the next topic. But this topic here, I don't think Microsoft wants to kill Kong as bad as I want Kong dead. I don't think they want to get rid of what we consider their competitor. We didn't listen to Phil's when he was talking. When he talked, he told you before he didn't view them as competitor and he would like to help them. That's why he did that transistor deal with Sony. And what we're saying is this is a one-sided deal. Well, we're saying that from the fan standpoint, from our standpoint, from ground root standpoint, we stood by you. I slept in malls for FanFest. You understand what I'm talking about? Like I go back to, just supporting from the initial Xbox until 360, Red Ring of Death, all that stuff until now, right? Xbox One, all that stuff. Sometimes they're ahead of their time, and sometimes it is what it is. Do we feel that digital is taking over? Yeah, they already see the trends. They already see the messaging. When Target, Walmart, and all these other people start closing down their physical media section when it comes to video games and movies as well, you start to see the death knell when it comes to physical. So they put out these digital hardwares, and they're going to start being more robust with their digital output. I tell people they're going to force us into the digital era. We're already there. 90% of the stuff that you download on your phone, you don't download. No, 100%. There's no physical stuff that you download to your phone. We still have a place for physical stuff in our life, but the majority of our content we consume is digital without leaving an extra footprint. All right, so I just honestly believe that Microsoft, once the deal got done, once ABK got done, I believe they had two scenarios if the deal didn't get done. If the deal don't get done, they consider continue fighting and only putting software on their hardware. I believe that to be the case, right? But then they win this ABK. What happens then? Because your so-called biggest rival becomes your biggest customer. Sony PlayStation is the biggest customer for Microsoft at the moment. For what? Call of Duty, Diablo. If you can get Sea of Thieves over there. What you're trying to do is you're trying to capitalize on the IPs that you do have to make revenue off of that. I don't know how much money made, Hi-Fi Rush made. I don't know if placing it on the PlayStation brand is a good idea. I think Nintendo's a good idea. I don't think PlayStation's a good idea. But again, I'm not talking from a shareholder's perspective. I'm not talking from the people that's in the building that are money hungry in the building. Yeah, sure, there's a contingent that is fighting for the traditional ways of video games. Sure, there's a contingent that is not down for that. Sure, is those dudes that that rock with us. But then there's a whole other contingent, a whole different pay bracket that sees blood in the water, and they're sharks and they're going for it. I just say let's just wait until we get all the information out. A lot of you dudes is jumping out the window off of stuff that you heard, stuff that might happen. I've heard a lot. I saw a lot of stuff that might happen. Not saying that this won't happen in some form, but let let the roadmap come out. Let the information hit. We don't have to be reacting off of every rumor. That doesn't help us. It doesn't help you. So let's not do it. But the next topic is a little bit better. But if you think that I'm supposed to bend, fold, the break, hashtag no PlayStation 6, I'm still keeping the foot on PlayStation neck, even if Microsoft don't want to. To me, Kong should die. but y'all want to let Kong live. From what I heard my marching orders was to stand down, soldier. I don't know. Maybe I might go rogue. Last topic: like, follow, subscribe, and hit that notification button so that you can be notified when I do drop a video. Live show Friday, 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. Members get a chance to see me talk about, statues like this, Gladiator, Hulk from Sideshow, maquette. All right, so the next topic is handhelds. Now, I talked about the PlayStation handheld, how I think that was going to deck out of the next generation fight with no PlayStation 6. We're going handheld. Well, apparently, when I talked about this with Microsoft not too long ago, where they're having removable controllers, like for the handheld and for the screen, and I thought that was a thing. Same thing with the PlayStation. I think these devices are being made by AMD, both of them. The information leads us to say that. Shout out to Jez Corden at Windows Central for putting out the tweet about, he wrote an article about the Xbox handheld, and, then put out a tweet. Phil liked the tweet, and, speculation went crazy from there. That's stuff that we've heard about. Now, also there was speculation talking about that Microsoft just recently paid for their chipset with over at AMD to start off the next generation. Oh, what people don't understand is they got in the dev kits, so from the PlayStation and the Pro, and you get a chance to see exactly what the competition is working on and where you're going to go with it. I think both these competitors want to get out of the hardware business. One is more positioned to do so faster than the other. The other one can force the other one out, but I think one wants to keep one alive. Hashtag no PlayStation 6. I can't stand Kong, and I want Kong to die, but I don't think Microsoft wants Kong to die because Kong pays the most. Call of Duty cash, the most. So it's always, be careful what you wish for. But we down to this hardware, and I believe that both of them is going to come out with a portable docking device. And then they will sell in limited quantities across the world hardware. Now, I believe Microsoft would do so. I don't know if Sony. Microsoft is going to come out first. Does the portable hardware come out first, or does the console come out first? I don't know. Me personally, if the portable hardware is as robust as a Series X, then go for it and just continue to rock this generation, because you will have the games in your pipeline where you're able to push the competition forward. See, they're at a unique position now where they have all these developers and all these studios, and they can produce games at a rapid rate. So in order to get back the return off of investment, where everybody's going to keep telling you ROI, and the fact that we're heading into a recession, those words is return on investment and ROI in the same, return on investment and recession in the same sentences is scary. It's a scary proposition. So you're looking at a situation where they're kind of forced to put forth the effort into a third-party situation on select titles. I think if you can word it properly and you can make the brand understand, the base, us, understand where you're going with this and what your strategy is, I think that can be a winning formula to get out of this unscathed. Yeah, you're going to take some bumps and bruises because you have to walk back some dialogue that you did put out there. But again, if day and date was on the table, I mean, me personally, and this is fanboy conversation. This is not $1 Trillion King talking, right? I would say don't. I would say roll back the day and date, but that's not the case. I think if they roll back day and date, they lose the fan base that made Game Pass that enticing. So continue it, get select titles, put it on competing platforms, which is, I'm not cool with any of it. But again, they want to keep Kong alive. I want Kong dead. Kong won't survive this. And if they're going to do it how they're going to do it, it could be a scenario where Kong does die, however they put it together. But my business sense is telling me people want to keep him alive for the sake of just siphoning off his fan base. That doesn't sit well with me. Just get rid of him. Why leave somebody around that showed you potentially all the time that they're gonna go after you? They're gonna try to kill you at all costs. Well, these handhelds might be the way to facilitate that. But this is Xbox Frontline News with your boy the King. And Tuesday, y'all get a chance to see the Sideshow Gladiator Hawk maquette made by my boy Daniel Bell. Fantastic statue. He's going right back in the middle, up there with the other gladiators. But this is the part in the video where the slogan goes, try to play the Game Pass.